Hello and welcome to Almería. We are loading iceberg lettuce here. 27 pallets of iceberg and then up to Alicante. Almería. The one thing you will notice about this area are the polytunnels. For all those in the UK that don't want them, what are they called? NIMBYs, not in my backyard. Well, come and live here. This is where a lot of your fruit and vegetables that are in the supermarkets are grown, and the polytunnel is king in this area. There are so many polytunnels here that I have brought bees down here. They were chilled and they let them go in the polytunnels to pollinate everything. So they just open the lid, and then as they warm up, they come back awake again, and then they go and do their thing. So we're coming down here to the second collection. I know it's down here somewhere because I've loaded orange pulp just in a factory just behind me, and I know it's along here. I think it's one of these here. I'll just slow the traffic down a bit while I find it. Yep, there we go. There we go. Let's get off the road. There must be a buzzer here somewhere. There we go. In our best non-Spanish, we've managed to get the buzzer open. We have to go around the back. Apparently the loading bay's around here. So it's a very tidy, very organised place, this, isn't it? Oh, there's a man waving his arms at me. I want to just go around and back on this bay here. As you notice, quite a lot of bays are like this in Spain. They're not actually doors that you back up to. They're just concrete pads with ramps put in them. I'm only collecting 6 pallets here. It's organic produce for Marks and Spencer's, I believe. There we go. 6 pallets of organic broccoli, just a job, all ready to go. So I've come up the road, and how weird is that? It was really foggy this morning, and the fog's gone when the sun's burnt the fog off, but it's still quite high. Can you see the windmills? They're just kind of like poking their heads above the clouds. It's just a really weird sight. We're cooking on gas. We're coming up to the border. Hardly any queue. This looks like we might get a result. Oh, it must be a certain time of day that there's not much of a queue. I'm going to go right over to the right here. There is see where that car's gone? See if I can get across onto the right hand side somehow. And maybe we could actually sneak across here without getting stopped. I've got nothing to hide, but I just kind of see it as a challenge, Childish but funny, I know. I just see it as a challenge to actually get through a border without getting stopped by customs people. Here we go. Let's just make our move, shall we? It looks like a space there. It's all about timing. You can see the customs opposite in front. See them? Just take your time, Mr. Person in a van. Wait for that lorry to pull up. Here we go. Let's just roll by the side of him. There we go. Wait for our green light. Look, they're waiting to pounce. Is it going to be me or is it going to be him? Oh, I'm going. Oh, he's going first. Let's go. go. And it's him. I know, so childish, but, small things make me smile. Now, saying that, they might come over in a minute. I just pull over here and change my country from Spain to France. It'll give them a chance to come over if they want to. And we're away without them coming over. I know, say it again, childish but funny. It's just my really daft sense of humour. So, welcome to France. Let's get on, shall we? Morning, people. How are we? How's things? Welcome to early morning France. Drizzly. Just got dawn. Can't really say much about France. It's just France. Anyway, we're heading up to Caen. I could have made it to Caen at 9 o'clock UK time and then caught the 1400 ferry out. But apart from there's no space on that boat, what the problem would have been is the ferry movement. So, as I've explained in a different video, the rules and regulations for the tachograph allow you a hour interruption on your break with the most of 2 movements. So basically it's to get on the ferry and get off the ferry. Now an hour sounds fine, like I've mentioned before, but so what I would have to do was book off in Caen Oystrom at 9 o'clock. And then use my ferry movement to get on at 1400 and say that example that would be 10 minutes, say that's 10 minutes just as a random, so that leaves me 50 minutes to get off the ferry at the other side of Portsmouth, get through passport control, go through customs, go through the scanner, get out the port and find parking. Now we've been held up, as I've mentioned before, 3 and 4 hours at times in Portsmouth. They are only doing their job, there's no point in getting wound up about it, but that does mess your ferry movement up. So, Laura, our wonderful transport manager, has got me on the night boat, so I shall go up here now, book off, and then do a ferry movement onto the boat later on this evening, and then by the time I've got off tomorrow morning, everything's clear, I've had my break, and it doesn't matter then how long it takes me to get out of the port, and the job will be done, I'll be there on time and everything, but it just saves me worrying about the ferry movement, it saves her having an infringement coming up on an analysis, and it saves me trying to explain to somebody in a foreign language. It was just delays coming out of the port. So that's the plan, and we shall see how it goes today. When I started this morning, it was dark, and although I did my walk around checks with my torch and everything, I'm about an hour from the port now, and I just want to check everything underneath and that. I was in a non-directional centre routiers, which by that I mean they couldn't. You're off the main carriageway. Oh, hang on, that driver's got their curtains round, so I don't want to wake him up with my noisy fridge. So I'll pull up a little bit. I'll pull up over here. So I don't like parking in the disabled bay really, but I can always move if I have to. But yeah, non-directional just means that they don't know whether you're going north or south, and it's kind of a little bit safer with the illegal immigrants. So it's just underneath on the axles. That's where the cling-ons, as we call them, are. They tape or strap themselves to the axles, and this trailer has 2 pallet carriers. Put empty pallets in these. That's what they're designed for. I put the bars in when I don't need them, but it's just to be sure. That's the thing. Definitely empty. Well, that was nice. And a lady come up to me in there, a very nice lady called Helen and her husband. They're in the process of moving down to Biarritz. It's always nice to chat to people, just asking me about the job and how it goes. They're heading up to this afternoon's boat, so I won't see them, but if they are watching this, it was really nice to meet you. So we're just coming into the ferry terminal at Carnoystrum. There's usually some gendarmes standing here, and they slow you down and check all right in the back. I don't know why they're not there today. That ferry in front is the Normandy, I think, but it's the 1400, the one I could have caught, but like I said, it just messes my times up. And I don't want to upset my transport manager. She's a very nice lady. And I don't want to upset my boss, because he's all right too. Just waiting to go into the heartbeat monitor. They have got a camera on the floor, which I didn't realise. Oh, Hatton, doors are opening. They've got cameras on the floor, so the girl told me last time. That's why you have to pull right up to a certain spot, because then they can see underneath the unit as the cab unit. I know these people haven't got a very interesting job, but they always seem as miserable as sin. Whether they just don't get paid much for it, I don't know. Oh, that didn't take long. Jump back in. Doors are opening. Now, all these here, you can see, they're getting on to this afternoon's, to the 1400, the one I just said. So what I need to do is go down to the parking, which is at the bottom here, and park here, and then when they've gone, I'll come round into the lines, the waiting lines, and then finish my tachograph there and get a few hours sleep there. Just a useless bit of information I got off one of the shunters at one point. If you see a trailer at the dock and it's pointing away from the sea, then it means it's come off the ferry, and if it's pointing towards the sea, it means the shunter needs to put it on the ferry. I know, I'm full of it. Useless information. But you're always welcome to it. Hello again. Just getting on the ferry now. I came round earlier on and parked in the waiting bays, and I've had 4 or 5 hours sleep. I went into book on, and quite rapidly they're loading us. I think this is because it was a change of shift with them. So the Coton has been sitting here since this afternoon. So I think the crew it's changed crews. So the other crew's gone home and it's a new crew today. So I think that's why they've started loading us a bit earlier. Oh, security guard looking decidedly like a gnome. At least he's got a comfy seat, eh? The Coton is a freight boat. There's no passengers, no cars on this boat. It's a flat bottom boat, and we used to use it a lot. It used to run a Saturday morning out of Poole to Santander. It doesn't do it now. I think it generally goes to Roscoff, but as the Mont Saint Michel is off, it's filling into that. It's actually not a bad boat. I don't dislike it at all, but it's always busy. I think when I asked the girl earlier how many was on, she said there's 65 Arctics on this boat today, and that's without the unaccompanied. Oh, marvellous. I'm going to get into that space then. It's going to be a bit of a jiggle, but we'll get in there. And half of the trick of this is to watch these guys. Obviously, we are used to doing it ourselves, but these guys put vehicles in that space all the time. I'm not saying they're perfect, but if you do what they say and you do hit something, it's their fault.
Where the boat leaves from and takes away all of your big problems. You could worries, you could drop them in the blue ocean, but you gotta get away to where the boat leaves from. Take one part sand, one part sea, and one part shade of a 9 tree. And the drinks set cold and the reggae is hot, and I know this is the place for me. Get away to where the boat leaves from and takes away all of your big problems. You could worries, you could drop them in the blue ocean, but you gotta get away to where the boat leaves. Jimmy. See, the problem is that you're right there. There's a perfectly good island somewhere. Well, alright, the boats don't grab you. You won't need it where we are going. Get away to where the boat leaves from and takes away all of your big problems. You could worries, you could drop them in the blue ocean, but you gotta get away to where the boat leaves from. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Put me down, down in the sand where it's cool. Put me down, and when I fall on my stool, put me down.
Nearly there. Back end is in. And there we go. Not too bad if I say so myself. Morning and welcome to Portsmouth. I meant to record the cabins on this boat, but I forgot. If, as freight, we're not going to be allocated with a normal cabin, which means what I mean is a berth and a shower and a toilet, then these cabins are the next best thing. These are 2 cabins with Jack and Jill doors, 2 doors that can be got out from each cabin, so you're only sharing with one other person. They have a special lock that you can stop them coming in while you're in the bathroom and so forth. Much better than the freight cabins where they are just a berth with no room and communal showers. Oh, there's one of the companies there just waiting to get on. I'll flash a light a couple of times. Oh well, perhaps he didn't see us. And now we join the queue with 65 plus Arctics coming off this boat. It's going to be a long queue.
I'll just leave there till morning comes round, with sunshine, 10 ladies and pina coladas and Bob Marley songs that are playing. There's a song in my ear that I want you to hear, soft tropical lips that are singing. Get away to where the boat leaves from and take.
This lorry on the left here, this carrier lorry, it's a DAF, this one, but the Mercedes have them as well. It's got the, instead of having mirrors, it's got the new camera system. It's supposed to give you an all-round better view. So what you do is look at a screen on the inside, which is sort of positioned where the mirror, just that square bit inside. Get a close-up of it. I'm not very good at that, but you can see what I mean. I'll try and put a still in afterwards. I don't know how good those systems are. I think they are an optional extra, so you have that or mirrors, and I think you're given spare mirrors for if anything happens to them that just clip on, I think so, but like I said, I've never used them, so we'd have to see. Oh, now it's our turn. We just pull forward and join another queue. It's very slow. The problem being is that there's only 2 passport controls, one each side. So you go from like coming off the boat, and I think there's like 10 lanes there, and then you come down to 6 lanes here. So there's 3 lanes for one side, 3 lanes for the other, and then you then go to passport control when there's only 1 lane. So it's just a complete bottleneck.
Away, all of your big problems, you got worries, you could drop them in the blue ocean, but you gotta get away to where the boat leaves from. So get away to where the boat leaves from. It takes away all of your big problems, you got worries, you could drop them in the blue ocean, but you gotta get away to where the. So get.
Oh, he's moving in front. I mean, mostly it's good mannered and we know that they're doing their job and we sort of all take our turns. So he's gone in front of me, then the one that's on my right here, then he'll go, and then the one that's on his right, then he'll go, and then it'll come back and it'll be my turn. So mostly we can manage to organise ourselves, but sometimes you just get that one driver that's got to be in front, and tempers flare and horns go and everything. And the next, so it'd be my turn after him. My turn, me, I'm coming. Morning. How are you doing? Slow this morning.
Morning, thank you very much.
Thanks.
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Where you got to go to now then?
Gibbon Camden.
Oh, right, okay, little, yeah.
Morning, up by north, Oxford left.
I was going to say, yeah. I know.
Cotswolds area. It's a farm, I think.
Are you done for the day then?
Yeah, I've got go back up to Burton. The lorry's from Burton. Take it up there, and then and then go home for 45. Oh well, he was cheerful enough. Let's go round to X-ray now. I know they're only doing their job, but it can be so frustrating. Just the time it takes.
Away to where the police from, it takes away all of your big problems. You got worries, you can drop them in the blue ocean, but you gotta get away to where the police from. Pick me up. Pick me up. Put me down. Put me down. I gotta go. Pick me up. Put me down.
Morning.
Ticket. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
See ya.
The traffic delay on your route is now 1 minute. New arrival time 11:08 a.m. You are still on the fastest route.
Excellent.
Thanks, mate.
See you
See you
again.
again. Oh, marvellous weather. Welcome to England. So now, coming off that ferry from the start of my wheels moving, the start of my shift, to getting out of the ferry port took me an hour and 10 minutes. So Laura was completely right. Just have your time off and then get off the boat, because an hour and 10 minutes to get off the dock is pretty ridiculous, and it would have messed everything up. So well done, Laura. The weather hasn't got much better. Might be in the Cotswolds, but it's not much better. I've had a mate's give me some directions. I'm going to go right at this roundabout and follow the road out. But he did say that it's not a very big place. That sounds very interesting, doesn't it? Sounds like an adventure to me. going left at these lights. Weather is awful. And I'm sure these roads are not made for big lorries really, but there you go. Just have to keep it wide. Oh, come in. Stay there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, like I said, my pal did give me directions, and he said, whatever you do, don't go into Chipping Camden because it's a nightmare. Well, me being me, I missed the turn-in and ended up going to Chipping Camden. Then I had to go out, and hats off to the off-duty Hacklin's driver who helped me reverse it back to get it turned round to come back out again. Very nice man, thank you very much. So now we're back on track, and the Cotswold is a very beautiful place, look. Not made for big lorries, but I didn't put the pack outs here, so this is the other way to go into it, and a lot of people go this way apparently, but I should have listened to my pal when he said concentrate on where you go in and don't miss a turn-in. Very sorry. Yes, Wayne. Yes, Wayne. I can hear you in more. Told you not to go that way. Told you not to go that way. I know, Wayne. I know. And I will listen better next time. Right, back on the right road. The turn-in is just down here on the left-hand side, which we will not pass. So, not passing. Now, to be fair, there is a sign on it, on all these little roads, saying unsuitable for HGVs, which is why I didn't turn down it. And when you look at it, look, why would you want to take a HGV down this road anyway? But as you can see by the road, obviously there are many lorries that come down here, and I've got to get to the other end of it. So whether this was all farmland beforehand and these houses have been built since the farm's there, no idea. But really, not an ideal place to be taking an Arctic. Now I know these people have bought houses here and the farm was already there, but I wonder if they actually realised that Arctics were going to be coming up this little lane. I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they wouldn't have bought a house and they're saying, yeah, it's okay, you can bring an Arctic past my house anytime you like. Oh, it's a bit bumpy. Let's just take it steady. not the biggest of places. There's a girl waving round to the left here. Let's go and see. And there we are, bay's on the right. Just I'll pull up here and take the seal off and everything. I'm going to take the paperwork in and see what the story is. And there you go, got it on a bay. They're going to load the Spaniard by the side of me and tip me in between. They've got some other lorries coming and going all day because they're loading out today because it's Saturday morning. So they're going to tip me in between. So might be here a little while, but not to worry. So there you go. From the fields of Almería to the Cotswolds for Marks and Spencer's. So I'm going to wait for this to be tipped, make myself a cup of tea. If you've liked this one, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the little bell, you'll get notifications of when I post again. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody.